From Cam Newton to Kyle Allen to Teddy Bridgewater to Sam Darnold to PJ Walker to Baker Mayfield. The Carolina Panthers have been in a bad place, to say the least, for the past half decade. But not anymore. That ends today. Because the Carolina Panthers, as we all know, traded up in the draft with the Chicago Bears. They got their number one pick. They see who they want. They know who they want at quarterback. NFL draft comes along. The suspense builds up. Who are they going to take? We have no idea who the Panthers are going to take at number one. Are they going to take C.J. Stroud, the Ohio State guy? Are they going to get crazy and take Anthony Richardson, crazy athlete out of Florida, right? To be their quarterback, of course. Are they going to take the dude who's been around for years, who we seen on multiple big stages, who we seen cook SEC defenses, the little itty-bitty guy? I'm talking about Bryce Young. Are they going to take him? And they did. They did indeed take Bryce Young with their number one pick. The Panthers traded up. They see the talent. They see the poise. They see the accuracy. They see the big game, big cojones on old boy. And they take him. And they have gotten their quarterback, I believe at least. And a lot of other people as well believe that Bryce Young is the best quarterback, or was the best quarterback in the 2023 NFL draft. C.J. Stroud, of course, Ohio State, he's also really good. Shout out to the Texans. They did their thing as well on draft night. But Bryce Young, man, he is one of my favorite, maybe my favorite. I did love Kyler Murray, but one of my favorite, at least, quarterback prospects that I've checked out. If I didn't mention already before, he is itty-bitty, I know, but I'm not too worried about it. Never affected him on the field from what I saw. It never became a problem. But I just love quarterbacks who are poised in the pockets. You know what I mean? They just got that. They got that, like, that sixth sense, like the eye in the back of their head that tells them, that got the clock ticking. It tells them when pressure's coming, where they need to maneuver in the pocket. Do I need to step forward? Do I need to step back? Is there space right in front of me to step into a throw? Bryce has all of that down pack. He's got crazy accuracy. He's got a good arm. He's got mobility. Just like such an insane feel for, like, playmaking. You know what I mean? Everything just looks smooth, comfortable. He's got an answer for everything. I love Bryce. I absolutely love Bryce. And the Panthers loved him too. And that's why they traded up for him. And I am crazy hyped for the Carolina Panthers and their future. Because the system that they put there for him is also something I believe in. You got Frank Reich, their new head coach, coming over from Indianapolis, who I thought got a very nasty end of the stick. Of course, my guy gets scapegoated because he hasn't had a quarterback. He's been dealing with Carson Wentz. He's been dealing with Matt Ryan, and he gets blamed for that, well, of course. But Carolina's like, no, we know you're a good coach. Let's bring him in. Let's kick Matt Rule to the curb because he ain't it. Let's bring Frank Reich in. Offensive-minded head coach, young quarterback. They go together like, I don't know if you guys have ever put syrup on your bacon. It's pretty darn fire. They go together just like that. Try that out, by the way. But yeah, they got a nice offensive line in front of Bryce as well. Taylor Moton's been a rock at right tackle. They just drafted Ike Mekwonu last year. He's looking like a solid player. Austin Corbett over from the Rams. Brady Christensen over here at right guard. They got a steady offensive line last year who were run blocking like crazy. They got a real nice run game, even though they don't have great running backs. They were running the football last year for sure. And they had moments. The Panthers had moments last year with, subpar quarterbacks they had moments where they were moving the football, they were putting up points. They had Sam Darnold in like the back half of the season looking like the man. PJ Walker had a few weeks where he was looking like, something special. But of course, those guys aren't that good, so they eventually flame out. That's the difference with Bryce, though. He's not gonna flame out. I'm uber confident that Bryce is gonna look great with Carolina, and there's looking ahead a little bit. There's really nobody in that division who is like, at least I don't think too much of. Ever since Tom Brady retired, really nobody in that division should be afraid of anybody, should be studying anybody. I do love the Falcons, but they don't really, who knows with their quarterback. I'm sorry, Saints fans, I'm not sold on Derek Carr. And then the Bucs don't have a quarterback either. Who knows if they have a head coach? I don't know. So Carolina, like, in a couple years, I'm pretty confident that they'll be in the playoff picture. It may be this year. Who knows? Because I just believe in Bryce way too much, man. And I think that team is very solid. If they can just, as the years go on, get some more playmakers in there, I think they'll be really solid. They got a young, awesome defense with a ton of awesome young players on there, like Brian Burns, like J.C. Horn. They got some frisky linebackers like Frankie Louvu. They got Derek Brown up front. They got some good young pieces on that team. I think that team's on the come up. And they just brought in their quarterback. Sky's the limit for the Panthers. I'm so hyped for them. And I'm happy that Bryce landed with a team that I'm happy he went to a team that I just believe in. I know what they're doing. You know what I mean? So yeah. If you haven't suspected by now, I'm not a Panthers fan, but I'm very, very confident that the Carolina Panthers are going to be something special in the future, because I just love Bryce. You know what I mean? I think I'm not worried about him being 5'9", 180 pounds. I could be exaggerating, but he's itty bitty, and he looks itty bitty on tape. But I'm not worried, man. I'm not worried about it. I understand if you'd want somebody like Anthony Richardson, who is massive. The man's like 6'5". He ran like a 4.4, something nuts like that. Yeah, bro. Shout out to the Colts. Hopefully that goes well for them. But I think the Carolina Panthers, I don't want to say up next, because that would imply that I think they're going to be Super Bowl contenders next year. I don't want to go that far, of course, but I'm very happy for the Panthers. I'm very confident in the Panthers, and I'm confident in Bryce Young, man. I think Young's going to come in and just be just as good as he was in college. You feel me? Poised, calm, collected. Because remember, he was dealing with an Alabama team that we're not accustomed to. Like, we're accustomed to Alabama teams that just run through everybody, that dominate, that got more talent than anybody, like what Tua had back in 2019, what Mac Jones had when he was cooking. They had crazy teams, dominant defenses, amazing offensive lines. That wasn't the case with Bryce, man. He had to get his out the trenches. You feel me? He had to deal with collapsing pockets and receivers who couldn't get open, and he shined through all of it. That's why I'm not worried. You know what I mean? I think Bryce is going to be great, and I think the Panthers are going to be great very, very soon. Shout out to the Panthers. # keep pounding. If you disagree with me, if you think Bryce is like the fourth quarterback in this draft, hey, let me know. I'm happy to hear everybody's opinions. If you did like this video, if you agree with me, and you're also excited about the Panthers, keep pounding. No, I'm not a Panthers fan, but keep pounding. Keep pounding on that like button for me. And hit the subscribe button too. I'm trying to get this channel back up and popping. And this has been Playoff Don. I'll be back with more videos throughout the week. I'll see y'all later. Peace.